right-sided from Margvelashvili. Gershev stepping off that fairly easily. Half a minute into golden score.
I think it's with techniques like the Ochi, unless you're using the bad foot as the hooking, driving off an ankle injury is not so easy to do. Well, there's the shimmy waza.
The Olympic bronze medalist Chelsea Giles. In blue representing Italy, double Olympic medalist Giuffrida.
Well, we've got a semi-final coming up as well on tatami 1, so don't want to be missing.
We're going to go to that semi-final. We usually go to the higher rated contest. So let's go to mat number 1. Chelsea Giles, Olympic bronze medalist, is up against Odette Giuffrida, Olympic silver medalist from a different time. It's Giles in the white judogi, Giuffrida in blue. We'll keep you informed as to what happens with Margvelashvili and Gershev. They both have 2 penalties apiece. We've had 1 minute and 18 seconds of golden score. Gershev has just picked up a 3rd penalty. And it is Margvelashvili who goes through to the next round. Gershev goes into the repechage and Margvelashvili into the semi-final. Taken to mat number 3. He's up against Alberto Gaitera Martin of Spain in their quarter-final. Always seems that if Shmailov performs, then Flicker doesn't. And if Shmailov doesn't perform, then Flicker does. Very rarely do you get both of them.
Both of them in together.
Going all the way, or both of them blowing out.
Well, Giles there with strong right-handed grip, controlling Giuffrida. A couple of attempts of the Tomonagi from the Italian. But although a good, strong controlling grip, too controlling, she needs to now pull in a couple of attacks. And this is the danger with Giuffrida. She tends to look very busy. Her work rate is great when she competes at all times, and can make your opponent look very passive. And Chelsea has now got the stronger of the kumikata. She needs to now set it up with an attack. Giles is going to start accumulating these shidos. Steps across for what looked to be the Uchimata. She comes in, trapping Giuffrida's left arm. Giuffrida again an attack that wasn't that strong, but it got the movement, which is still enough to avoid false attack on this one. But yeah, it's an interesting match. It is about the timing now for Giles. The Italian doesn't stay in one spot for too long, which makes it much more difficult to attack a moving target. And there's actions on tatami 2.
Came up with the score.
cross grip there for Giles. Comes round the back this time, trying to slow the pace down, trying to pin her in one spot so she can attack, getting those long legs across, a couple of good strong attacks there. And that's the problem, for Giles it's like hitting a moving target, and she's not as precise as she'd like to be. Rafida looking busy most of the time. Sianagi, beautiful, overspun there. Hey, goodness me. Well, Rafida, she looks to be in a bit of trouble. Rafida, it looks like the ribs, and as we know, a rib injury is really painful and can restrict your movements, especially if you've got a Tomonagi. The Sianagi once more. This time Chelsea. Oh! Hey, goodness me. Comes round the back. Controls her. Looks for the Kosota. The combination of the Taitoshi Uchimata. Now we're into the golden score. 2 Shidos to 1. Giles cannot afford to make any mistakes here. Comes round the back. Takes that sleeve. Again, we're on the Kosota combination. Rafida, the Tomonagi once more. That was very nice. Whoa! Well, she did extremely well to get out of that. That was a nice little maneuver there. But the Kensetsu Waza, that's my biggest concern.
So what is going to be looked at now is, was there an attempt at Suwaza, and did it happen as part of the throwing action? If there was no Kansetsu Waza, then you just look at it as a throwing action, and was there a score? Well, all of that's already been done now.
Yeah.
The answer was no Kansetsu and no score, but there is there. Well, he's given a score.
He's given a score, but I'm not quite sure. I think it was a clash.
Well, we go to...
Well, she stepped across, she got upper body control.
Yeah.
For me...
Name the technique?
Osotogari?
Osotogari. Okay, I'm going to go with Osoto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what we've been saying, Loretta and I today, is, are you able to name a technique? We've identified it as Osotogari.
Just Rafida made a mistake. She tried to double up and she capitalized on with the Osotogari. The timing was a clash, but there was an attack.
I'm not going to say anything other than Loretta has just nailed it, because part of that is down to Giafrida being in the wrong position. You know, that helps with the Osoto.
Yeah. Accelerated.
It doesn't nullify the fact that Chelsea's attacking with Osoto. It's easier because of Giafrida going down, but she ends up going down under control from Chelsea Giles onto the scoring part of the body, and that's why they've given a score. Next.
Move on.
Right. We are absolutely spoiled for choice. There's a semi-final in the under 52 kilo category. Anna Perez Box of Spain goes up against Masha Ballhaus of Germany. It's Perez Box in the white judogi, Ballhaus in blue. Look at that.
been really impressed with Bauhaus.
Yeah.
Really have. She's been excellent. She was good in Paris. She's been even better today. Beautiful Osota. Safarov.
The Georgian going over. Masha Nadiradze. I was going to say, which Bauhaus have you been impressed with? Because there are two of them. You couldn't have been that impressed with the first one because she's gone out.
No, she's gone.
Sorry.
No, this young lady.
Yeah, this is Masha.
Masha.
Which is my daughter's nickname.
Is it really?
Nothing to do with this.
Oh.
But I just thought I'd put it. She's not listening, don't worry. She'll be absolutely mortified.
That Grandpa's mentioned her. Well, there's a shimiwaza. Yes, it's on. But can she get leverage on it?
That's
Yes.
gone now.
Oh. So Perez box goes through to the final. Yeah.
Where she will face Chelsea Giles. Chelsea Giles is building up that kind of
A lot of consistency in
the
her.
record that we were talking about, the Klimke,
Yes.
Klimke on the podium almost every other weekend. We have to look to see whether Giles has been able to do that. I mean, it's to be on the podium to some degree. Not a gold medal this week and nothing next week, and then 2 weeks later another gold. That's different. Right, this is the under 48 kilo category that we're looking at here. We might want to go to the, what would it be? We've got semi-final. Agaev coming up next. This is a repechage. And then what have we got down on, mat number 3, if you don't mind, Philip. And I'll tell you why, because Alberto Gaitero Martin of Spain is up against Tal Flicker of Israel. Oh dear, we're joining at a bad time. Not going to get out of that. Worst feeling in the world. Worst feeling in the world when there's just no energy left. Missed with the sumigaeshi and then fell in to the Osai.
That is such a common mishap, isn't it?
Recently, last couple of years, since we came back from COVID, it's been great news for Giles.
And I must admit, I was the first to think when she won her Olympic bronze medal, she should have made a move to 57s, because she's actually very, very tall. And do like what Villa did, is just move up and be much more comfortable, but it would obviously allow her to grow and stay longer within the competition, international events. But no, she proved me wrong, because I just didn't think it was sustainable, but definitely has definitely proved me wrong on that, because she has performed since the Olympics better and better. She just seems now comfortable, confident, stronger, and that maturity in her judo is now starting to pay off.
Yeah, she definitely looks like one of the stronger athletes in the weight category.
She's
a real
contender. Yeah. Definitely a contender all the time.
Yeah, at the very
consistent
highest level.
Performing.
On the mat now, we have Garrigos of Spain. He's up against Enktaivan Sumiyabazar of Mongolia. It is Garrigos in the white judogi, Enktaivan in blue. This will replace in the semi-final, the second of the semi-finals. We've got the first of the semi-finals already lined up. Balabey Agayev of Azerbaijan will go against Luka Makhidze of France.
Garrigos has the edge now. A Shido being given to the Mongolian. Well, works well for the Mongolian, obviously working off the edge of the contest area gives more ammunition for the Spaniard to take advantage of that. And although it looked quite obvious from here that Garrigos was trying to push him off, the Mongolian put himself in that position to start with, so didn't have to work that hard.
Christian not impressed with the belt tying skills of Enktaivan. Even when he pulled it,
he said,
tightly.
Pull it harder.
Okay. Chance on the arm.
I was a bit concerned with that because that started in a Tachiwaza position.
At what point?
That was definitely, and now he's going to milk it for everything he can get.
As will the coach.
But I think he.
Well,
I think this could be Hansel Kamaki.
So what are we looking at then? The application of Kansetsu Waza in a standing position. We don't allow Kansetsu Waza in Tachi Waza.
So let's have a look at this.
This is the adjoining.
This is the other mat. If we can, I don't know if we can go back to well, they've not done anything.
Well, they could have had a Shido against Enktaivan.
Yeah.
Because he didn't attempt to throw him. He attempted the arm lock standing up, so that's Mate Shido. If he'd attempted it and in a throwing situation, then that is Hansel Kamaki.
Yeah, he didn't actually attempt to throw. Well, there wasn't any throw. It was just the movement on, pressure on it that reduced him to his knees.
Into knee was it, exactly, yeah. For which he may have picked up the Shido. Have a look at that action as well.
Yeah, because that was using your head to stop yourself from going over.
Busy this morning, Loretta. 20 seconds
goodness
left to go.
me.
Penalty apiece.
It's great when you learn things, isn't it? Right. So here's the pressure bit.
Oh, that was the arm lock situation.
That was the arm lock,
we were talking about.
Yeah, put the arm lock.
Yeah, so he gives him a Shido.
Shido.
He gives
So here's the Tomonagi. Now look at the head. No, he used his head to stop him from going over. He could have tucked in, but he didn't.
Why would he do that? I mean, for me,
Such a dangerous move.
I mean, there's only one reason why you wouldn't tuck your head in. Because if you tuck your head in, you're going to continue the roll and you'll get scored.
You get scored. So
for me,
it'd be, that's what I'm thinking. That was to avoid being thrown. That's the same as a bridge or whatever, isn't it?
The only way that they could have looked at that is if they felt that Garrigos was the one who put his head into the mat and that he couldn't get off it. Not quite.
Just a bit of an overthrow, yeah.
Jimmy Diondon thinks it's a score. Penalty picked up by Garrigos. Minute left to go. Stepped off the Ojigari. Missed. Just got the head in the wrong place for where he wanted to take him. Good little sit down. Nice start, but then he'd lost their head position.
Poor attempt there. I was lucky on that one. Very lucky indeed. Not looking so good for the Spaniard now. 2 Shidos to 1. 1 minute and 14 golden score. Tomonagi.
Tempo from Taiwan.
Yeah, he's really turned this around. At the beginning, Garrigos was a little bit all over him and had some great opportunities. Now it seems to have flipped over now to the Mongolian that's doing extremely well and controlling the pace of this contest. Golden score.
Coach has had his one warning.
Yeah, he's getting highly excited. Has this place for the semi-final up for grabs. Oh, a nice little turnover there.
Inventive,
Yeah.
and then scoring.
Oh, goodness.
How did he do that?
I know, I didn't see that one coming at all. It was like a change of grip and then change of direction completely. I thought he was going to go for the Kochigak, and then he just took him back over the opposite direction. Very, very weird.
The number 3, the winner of the quarterfinal in white rose space.
It was from that arm being wrapped around his back. Great control. It reversed. Great. Didn't see that one coming.
Right. Should we go quickly to mat number 2? We're going to have a look and see what's happening in the under 60 kilo category semi-final between Balabey Agaev of Azerbaijan. He's up against Luka Makhidze of France. Agaev in the white judogi, Makhidze in blue. Agaev, I was going to say he's trailing, but they just wiped off whatever score they had given. So there's no score, and we've got a minute and 10 seconds left to go. Well, a minute 12. That was the... wow. Not for me. No, sorry.
For me has been superb right from the beginning, but there's no rush in the man. He just takes his time. But like I say, you can't rush perfection, and his last match was just amazing. What a turnout. Kiss of death. Because that leg was in position, and he had the tailwas up, the movement of the arms.
Yeah,
it was precise, wasn't it?
What they ask is, how did he get on his back?
Well, there was that look of the Ouchigari
they don't mind the
and control and the tailwaza.
They don't mind that.
But without that leg, you might have said...
it makes it much more difficult.
It makes it much more difficult. The fact that that leg was in the position of a throw, that you could name it, made that much better. But
see if a guy goes to his back on his own accord, in the attempting the Satemi-waza, Makhidze doesn't score. But he sits down and he stops. He's thinking about it. He wants to go there. He sits down and he wants to come over to this side. This direction is not where he wants to go. He wants to come over to the left side. You can see that. But he goes completely back. So he takes it over, and he's on his back only because Makhidze has put him there. That's why they give the score. I'm okay with that. He's not on his back of his own accord. He's got that little sit down. He's tried it a couple of times and takes him off to the left. He wants to go there. He gets blocked, and then he ends up going back onto his back.
Yeah, it was accelerated by the arm movement.
You can see that. He's driven on there. Paulina Starker, right, was she given a direct hand sokamake, so she's not able to compete because of the on the arm. She was given a direct hand sokamake. Right, so here we are. Semi-final in the under 57 kilo category. Krista Deguchi of Canada goes up against Daria Biladid of Ukraine. It's Deguchi in the white judogi, Biladid in blue. How did we get here? Surely she's just wandered off the mat. Villa picks up the penalty. I think she picked up one before, hasn't she? Misses with the Ashiwaza. Stepping off.
She plays dangerously on the edge of the contest area, and this is just playing into the hands of Deguchi. And she's much more clever in dealing with that. She'll be intimidated so much with that left high collar grip. Was a right call with the Shido. It was very defensive, but it was the best of a bad situation as far as being defensive and not falling into the trap with those long legs coming across with the Uchimata or Uchigari. Whoa! That was a beautiful attack there. Great Ashiwaza. Really nice.
It's interesting when they go to name the waza. I've got no doubt about footwork. Interesting execution. Yeah, we'll keep that one, Philip, to watch at the end, the score, yeah? Good battle. Over a minute left to go. Deguchi leading by Wazari. Place in the final of this Tel Aviv Grand Slam at stake here.
Villa trying to step up the pace a bit more of an aggressive attitude out there, but Deguchi just palming her off there, just keeping it cool. Off the lapel and sleeve to try and control, but as you can see, drawing down, and there's two ways of looking at it. There was no attempt of a throw. All it is
rarely is, it's just control.
Just control and dragging someone, so it's not a lot you can do. If someone drags your head down like that and drags you along, it's not as if she's given her that right angle positioning. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. There's been a couple of that Deguchi has subtly complained about, but from this angle I can't see what grip it is. And
Biladid's going to lose here, whatever it is.
yeah,
What you would do is, if
Let's
you're going
have
to
a look.
lose, you should lose without a throwing action. But there was a throwing action.
There was a throwing action.
So that's Hansokumake.
Yeah.
If she'd lost with JUDO, then you can continue. But now that you've lost with
that was a
with
serious
that,
one.
that's it.
That one.
Your day's done. So
And I think there was a couple of moments
before,
within that
yeah.
match before that Deguchi subtly was saying, look, watch this. This is too close to the mark. So this match now
that's
over.
done. Yeah. Well, I suppose the action is really only on one place. It's mat number 3. Jessica Klimke of Canada goes up against Özlem Yildiz of Turkey. Klimke in the white judogi, Yildiz in blue. We said that the under 57 kilo category was going to be the one to look at. Still just the quarter-final, so I wonder if we've... Sorry, if I wanted to have brought you to... No, it's yeah, down on map number 1. That is Tamar Malka and Natasha Ferreira. That is the semi-final. We should really be watching that, Philip. Sorry, mate. We're going to have to go down to map number 1. I know you want to stay on map number 3, but...
Yes, a pont.
Right, so we join the contest. The semi-final in the under 48 kilo category. Natasha Ferreira of Brazil is up against Tamar Malka of Israel. Just a few seconds left in regulation time. Ferreira has picked up 2 penalties. Malka just the 1.
And Malka's piling on the pressure.
And that's about to change. The 3rd penalty picked up by Ferreira. So, into the final. Tamar Malka. That was the first of the semi-finals. The second of the semi-finals features Blondine Pont of France. She goes up against Mirella La Puerta Comas of Spain. Pont in the white judogi, La Puerta Comas in blue. Nikolic is the only top 4 seed that, well no, 2 actually. Assunta Scuto also went out. And Nikolic. Top half, Ferreira, Milani went out, Costa went out. Complete change. Unseeded Natasha Ferreira into that semi-final. Unseeded Malka. Unseeded Blondine Pont. And unseeded Puerto
You just love seeing that though, don't you? I do anyway. And here again, within a week, we've got
I can't say
Ponce.
I've ever seen it before.
We've got Ponce here once more and fighting for a place in the final.
Pont came here as the Paris Grand Slam gold medal winner and was still unseeded. That's to tell you how far off the pace she was. And yet here she is in another Grand Slam semi-final. And she's done it as well.
She is just flying. There's no doubt about it. She really is. And such maturity as well. She could have got up and said, right, that's it, all over and done with. And she went, no, I'm holding for Osakumi. Making sure I get that ippon.
Just trying to think of how many places Blondine Pont climbed. After her Paris Grand Slam gold medal win. She is threatening to follow it up here with another. Back-to-back Grand Slam gold medals will be incredible for her because she's down at number 19 on the world ranking list. But, right, so we are watching the quarter-final on mat number 3 between Jessica Klimke of Canada and Özlem Yildiz of Turkey. Klimke in white, Yildiz in blue join the contest just as the athletes go into golden score. Yildiz has picked up a single Shido. And I was just telling you that punt went up to number 19 in the world after that Grand Slam gold medal win. Even if she wins here, it won't bring her close to the world number 1, who is her teammate, Shireen Buckley.
Buckley, oh.
She might get
But
up to...
it's down on selection, isn't it? And sort of...
Well, Paris will be.
Paris, yeah. So
Well,
they don't have... But it's down on... It all depends on how they will select their team, isn't it? Because they have an automatic sort of selection. But it's who will go.
Well,
Someone on form or...
Even our IJF rules don't trump the rules of the National Federation when it comes to athletes within the qualification. So if Buckley as the world number 1 and Punt as the world number 19, well, let's say Punt hadn't qualified, but they fancied that she was better, the French could still pick her.
Yeah, there has to be a certain amount of justification for it, hasn't there? And two gold medals at Grand Slams back to back, and if she continues, she's still got plenty of time to prove herself, hasn't she, really, regardless where she is.
Didn't get 6,800 points.
Yeah, by doing nothing. I know, so it's going to have to be more consistent, isn't it?
It'd have to be something pretty special. I mean, unless she's in the top 10 in the world, I don't see her overtaking Buckley, especially if Buckley continues her form. The real situation is where you have two athletes from the same country who are both in qualification positions, and the National Federation has a policy that either one, whomsoever is higher,
yes, there will be a selection criteria for them,
or they could have one where both athletes are in a qualification position. Selection panel, national selection panel, will do the deciding. It doesn't come down to who's in the top, and that's a tricky one because you don't know how long an athlete may have been off and missing and didn't have the same access to competitions that the teammate did, all sorts of stuff. And here is an athlete who was involved in a situation like Jessica Klimke with her teammate Krista Deguchi. We are a couple of fights away from them clashing again.
Well, it's been a real battle between both these two athletes. Nothing spectacular coming from it, just a battle. That's literally what it is, it's a battle.
Deguchi is the number 1, by the way, number 1 seed, and Klimke is number 2, and that is the way it is in the world ranking list as well.
I think Yildiz is doing a good enough job here that if she continues the trend that she's doing right now, Klimke could pick up another Shido. She's got to be careful. Uchimata, it's another strong attack. She's coming over this, very defensive from Klimke.
Bad news for Klimke is that...
unless you get an opportunity like that.
Bad news for Klimke is that she's gone head-to-head with Deguchi on 6 occasions. Lost them all.
Lost them all, yeah. that was a nice entry, maybe one of the best attacks so far. But my concern on that one was that there was the breaking of the grip and she did nothing with it.
Yes.
Yildiz gets another judo. From tatami 3 to tatami 1. This is going back to the conversation we had. She's just hitting her and pipping her to the post each time. Just doing enough. Tries desperately to class that as a false attack, possibly.
I thought that was Yildiz attacking and Klimke dropping to her knees. It was some kind of action from Yildiz. So that was close. But he's given the opportunity for
Yildiz to take the advantage of the new
exactly,
waza.
Didn't want a disadvantage.
But I think she could get a judo, Klimke. Well, they've let that one go.
Well, the funny thing is I know the Turkish coach is asking for the penalty for the drop, but that looked as though that went against the arms.
Yes,
it's tricky, isn't it?
But let's have a look. Did she have a grip, or was it Klimke with just... No, it was Klimke.
Yeah.
Klimke with the sleeve.
Yeah.
She could have let go, and she didn't. She kept it.
So when in rugby, when they allow an advantage, you get a certain amount of time to take the advantage, and then they stop and they come back and do the penalty. However, if during the advantage you have a few plays and it runs well and it goes your way, then there's a certain amount of time they said, right, we're not going back now.
Yeah.
We've allowed you the advantage. You've gone a certain distance. Possibly you haven't come up with a score, but we did give you the advantage. Yildiz has picked up an injury here. Let's have a look and see what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The right foot gets twisted. Yeah.
That did look a sore one.
Yeah. Okay. Klimke had nothing to do with that.
No, it was just the awkwardness of
Yildiz
when she dropped to her
twisting her foot.
waza.
Yeah. Yeah, so an unfortunate situation, and she's not going to be able to continue. She's got some movement in the foot. She's stretching it herself, but she can't put any weight on it or even stand up. And Klimke, to her credit, went to commiserate with her and everything, but we don't really allow that. So the referee asked her to move on, which she did. She bowed and went off, and we're left with a couple of contests, maybe three, a couple down on mat number 1 and a few here. So we'll go down to mat number 1 for the repechage contest in the under 60 kilo category. Enktayvan Sumi Yabaza of Mongolia goes up against Silla Yildiz of Turkey. Enktayvan in the white, Judogi Yildiz in blue. That's the contest coming up on mat number 1. Very quickly, the thing about Klimke and Deguchi was that the Canadians, who had 2 athletes qualified for the Olympic Games, looked to pick the athlete who they felt could perform best at the Olympic Games. Well, one thing that we knew about the Olympic Games is who was going, who would the opposition be, and Deguchi and Klimke couldn't go. Only one of them could go. So when you take out the 6 wins that Deguchi had against Klimke, now you were looking at who was left. And Klimke Klimke had a better record against Yoshida,
yeah.
Sissi. That's why she went.
And at the World Championships as well in Tokyo.
So that's why they sent her. She came away with a medal. I think the Canadians would have been happy with either of them going and coming back with a bronze medal. Now they've got 1 and 2. They're not looking for a bronze medal any longer.
They're looking for...
No, they want to win it.
Yeah.
They want to win it now.
And it's a good position to be in for either one of them, really, because when it comes to seeding, then this is the advantage they'd have.
And Suzuki ended up as the silver medalist, losing to Zhakova in the final. That was the record of Klimke. Klimke had beaten her, but she'd lost twice, out of what, 6-7 times?
Yeah.
Good, strong record in the end. I think Taiwan is going to pick up a penalty for passivity.
So the attempt there, just lost control at the latter stage of that. But Yildiz now trying to get the rotation in the Niwaza, turning his opponent over. Well, he gets the turn, but he doesn't seem to have much upper body control, but he's clambering on top of his opponent right now, and the referee good in keeping this going, as there's still a lot of action. Well, he had a chance there. Octavian, one Shido. Coming up to the halfway mark. Well, Rosari for Yildiz. Let's have a look at that. Off to the side, good Teiwaza really more than anything else. I couldn't see whether he caught that foot, but definitely a Yoko sort of attack. Mongolian throws the arm over the top. What a mistake. Wazari Asetiaponi gave it to him on a plate. Beautiful Ogoshi.
The winner of the Grande Challenge in blue judo from Turkey,
Can we just go quickly down to map number 3 and have a look, see what's happening with Rafaela Silva and Mina Liba. This is a quarter-final, so we just want to check and see what's going on there. That was a nice big Makikomi. We'll go back up to map number 1, because coming up next will be the semi-final, the second of the semi-finals in the under 60 kilo category. Francisco Garrigos of Spain goes up against Jure Verstraeten of Belgium. Garrigos in the white judogi, Verstraeten in blue. The winner of this will face Luca Machidze of France in the final, because Machidze defeated Balabé Agayev in that semi-final.
Semi-final, under 60 kilo in white from Spain, Francisco Garrigos. In blue from Belgium, Jure Verstraeten.
She was there from Belgium, Verstraeten, Koishigari.
finalists for a place in the bronze medal contest, Tal Flicker and Gershev, having had one slip each on the way. Whoever loses here is out. The winner will go and compete for bronze in the final block, which begins at 5 o'clock. We'll have a break in the next half an hour, I suppose. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought. I thought we'd wrap it up by 3, but not the case.
Garrigo's there picking up the first judo. Distracting Orichigari, good combination. But he doesn't have even a grip at this moment. Garrigo's looking for the turnover.